Hello, I'm Aidan McGrath from a company called Aetopia, and we're exhibiting at Publishing Expo, I think for the third year in a row now. Our product is called MediaCore, and it's essentially a digital asset management system that allows publishing organizations to manage their digital assets. And by digital asset we mean images, video, PDFs, TIFFs, any rich media file. So the benefits to organizations like publishers is essentially it's a secure repository that allows internal users to locate and share and find digital assets. There's benefits to external users as well because it's all on a browser-based platform. That means they can instantly expose those assets to the public for consumption, either to enhance any online presence or to monetize those assets to sell them to the public or to syndicate those assets to other B2B organizations. So if we can explain it, the modules of the product using this diagram. The core is the internal archiving and curation module, which has the essential capabilities of storage, indexing and transformation, so that, for example, a rich media file will be transformed into all of the appropriate formats required by the application. The photo diary module is used by organizations to schedule projects or events. So, for example, a local football match would be scheduled. Assigned contributors would typically be photographers. That project will also be tagged as football, for example, and Premier League, whatever. And also all of the metadata associated with that project would be added to the project construct. All assets then therefore would be added to that project would inherit all of the essential metadata. That means then that group of assets can be controlled throughout the organization. Designated users can be notified that there's assets added to that project. For example, if it's a sports event, the sports editor can be told that there's a bunch of images for him to view. And that bunch of assets can be also then exposed to the public as an event or a gallery as a sports gallery. The big benefit of the project-based calendar is the tagging. And once you tag a project properly, then all of the assets that are added to that project inherit all of those essential tags. That means that there's a lot of less effort in tagging individual assets. You can caption obviously an individual asset, but it means that those assets are permanently curated and useful for the organization. So once you have your assets curated, controlled, and managed internally, you can then, just by flagging them for public consumption, you can expose them to the public. So you can sell images online to customers. You can syndicate them B2B or syndicate images or other assets to other organizations, and you can put your entire document repository online as well and charge subscription revenue to let people access and search upon a document archive. The architecture is designed to be very flexible. It's designed as a set of constructs that we would use to build particular workflows for each organization. And I'll run quickly around this. That the core is assets. Of course, an asset can be an image, a video, a PDF, etc. The metadata is integral and key to that asset, and the metadata structure can also be tailored for any individual organization. You have projects that I mentioned earlier, which are very flexible construct as well, and that typically can be an event for a publishing organization or can be any logical group of assets. There's a very powerful search engine inherent within the product. Tags would be commonly known as a taxonomy or a classification system, so that every asset is logically structured, and that logical classification can be used in many ways to retrieve assets, to define assets, or to create a logical categorization that's presented to external users. You can have nominated watchers based upon any tag or any flag. Designated users can be assigned as watchers to that group of assets, so they will get automatic notifications if there's any changes to that group. You can create light boxes, which are a temporary group of assets that can be used for a project. You can expose assets as feeds, so you can populate other websites or even other, in fact, iPhone apps or other mobile apps. You can identify assets by flagging them, so a flag on an asset might mean that asset needs a caption or it needs some work done to it. Faceted filtering is a way to add a lot of value to the standard search. It uses quantitative filters to give augmented search results to the users. And those filters are dynamic, so you can take a filter and change the entire search results. And finally, the last construct is an alert icon. And alert icons are very simple visual representations to alert a user of some key attribute of that particular asset. So to summarize, MediaCore is a very flexible digital asset management system. It's designed as a set of flexible constructs, and using these we can build very unique workflows to suit the digital asset workflow in any organization.